Good morning, everybody, and welcome once again to another session of Empowering Morning Conversations. So let's have another wonderful day today and a very wonderful session too. Now, what have we been doing for the last two sessions? Anybody remember?
Trust and honor. We were discussing about trust. What will it take you to trust and believe people, and what will it take for us to honor people?
Beautiful. Thank you very much, Priya. I'm glad you remember it.
Yeah.
So when you looked at these two distinctions, and we looked at it in various ways. So what did you discover? See, certain things you might have started noticing, as this is a question not only for Priya, but for everybody else also. So Priya can answer if she wants to. What did you discover? What did you find out? What is opening up for you in your life by looking at these two distinctions and seeing okay, what we are doing with it?
I discovered that I don't honor my words. I just
Okay.
go with what situation says. कि वो situation में जो fit बैठेगा, just do that and move on, which creates a lot of problem in the later stage. This is what I discovered.
So how is that connected with trust and honor? Is that honoring yourself when you break your commitments?
Yeah, so there are a lot of negative emotions that come in when I don't honor my words. So if I say I'll go exercise every day at 7 p.m. and I'm not doing that, so I feel self guilt and pity, doubt कि see होएगा ही नहीं तुमसे, तुम्हारे बस की है ही नहीं.
Yeah, so that honoring of yourself when you say something like that? कि तुम्हारे बस की है नहीं है.
नहीं, that is
Very good. Thank you very much for sharing it. What about other people? What are you discovering?
Very good morning, sir.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
So for my discovery is that it's very difficult, challenging to trust and honor others unless I know them very closely and I have pleasant experiences, positive experiences in the past. Otherwise, bit challenging to tell my mind that you can completely trust and have the feeling of honor for the other person.
Yeah, so the question is not, see, fine, you're doing what you're doing. The question is you want to look at what is it costing you? How many opportunities and possibilities it's closing up for you because you do not allow yourself to trust?
Yeah, it's could be costing some outcomes which I have not thought about.
Okay. Yeah, you're very right. You may not even know what it has cost you. What have you lost?
Yeah.
Right? By not honoring and not trusting. Now, how many of you are able to see that how much trust and honor they go together? Both cannot be bestowed unless you are willing to stop judging. See, I want you to come back to another session where we told you how we get attached to certain things and we are afraid to lose them, and how we have an aversion for certain things. कि ये नहीं होना चाहिए, ये नहीं होना चाहिए. So we want to make sure that we hold on to what we have, and we want to make sure that we don't get something which we don't like. And on the basis of that, we are always judging, right? Maybe that's why we don't trust. If I trust this fellow, will I lose something? If I trust myself and make this choice, will I lose something? So with our obsession about not losing, we end up actually losing. Just imagine that you have put in a lot of hard work and become very successful in one line of work. All right? You're doing very well.
Sir, if you are sure that
Let me complete my sentence, Suresh, what I'm saying.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you're not listening, because you never realize that Sukhdeepak is saying something, he has not completed it. Right? So I completely forgot what I wanted to say now. So you say what you want to say.
No, if you are sure that if while trusting, if you trust the other person, you are bound to lose something, then probably will not do that because of losing.
Why?
And that will affect further other things also. So then you will stop it.
Yeah, that's what we always do, no? In life.
Yeah. Yes.
That's
Maybe
what we
currently,
do.
yeah, from the current situation, okay, you are not trusting to escape from the loss or whatever.
Yeah, so always is, you are not trusting, you are not honoring, so you missed these sessions. I would invite you to watch the videos so that you are in line with what we are thinking. See, what we are looking at, Suresh, is how we are energetic. You don't understand energy? How we are blocking the energies of abundance to come into your life by doing all these things. If you honor, some possibility opens up. If you trust, certain possibility opens up. If you honor, certain kind of actions will happen. If you do not honor and trust, certain other kind of actions will happen. Right? Now, all these things you are doing, why are you judging? Why are you not honoring? Why are you not trusting? Because you want to maintain the things the way they are. New things cannot happen. We want to preserve what we have. We don't want to lose it, even though there is a chance that something 100 times better might happen. Okay. Somewhere in the back of our mind, there's always this fear, oh, I should not lose that I have made with a lot of effort. Yeah. So there is a fear of loss, right? There's a desire to maintain things always the way they are. But if you always maintain things the way they are, something greater can show up? No. So we end up limiting ourselves. This is one of the things you may have discovered. Yes, Niti ji, you've got your hand raised, and I request everybody raise your hands first. If you wish to speak, I'll call you when your turn comes. So sorry to keep you waiting, Niti.
No, sir, that's fine. Sir, yes, in the last two sessions, I realized that there's a connect in trust and honor, and how, for me, honor has been partially conditional. And the moment I realized that, thankfully, it's gone into a corrective mode. Now, what is happening is, when there is a difficult situation, a challenging situation, and I am trying not to judge it, but to analyze it, where I'm finding a blockage is how to handle it, what words, what phrasing do I use so that the honor remains and the issue also gets sorted. That is what I wanted to.
Yeah, so honor is a reflection, your words or your actions, when you are honoring someone, is a reflection of the honor that you're generating inside. Like we generate laughter.
Yes.
So we can generate honor, we can generate trust. तभी तो बोलते हैं इज्जत बख्शी जाती है.
जी.
All right, it's not something, कि वो तराजू में तोलते रहते ना. We are always measuring to see कि should I trust or should I not trust? Should I honor or should I not honor? So if somebody is fitting into your measurement and he meets this A, B, C, D, okay, he's meeting all these standards, so then I will honor. If he's not meeting A, B, C, D standard, I will not honor. And we've been saying that that's not what we call. I can bestow it to whoever I wish to. And it's amazing what kind of results might show up.
Right, sir. I feel that difference in one day itself, where when the person is saying something negative, the pinch is not there. I am only noting that it is not a correct statement, but the pinch or the hurt in what they're saying is not there now.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier to handle.
Beautiful. Just note the word use of the word correct statement.
Okay. Right.
I mean, suppose you said it is a statement.
Yes. Yes.
It is a statement. I'm finding it, I mean, well, that's the person's point of view. It's not mine,
Hmm.
right? And I would allow that person to have their point of view.
Hmm.
That's even a step higher. See, have you noticed that when this time they said that, you didn't feel so bad about it?
No, there is no negative feeling or no pinch or no carry forward. None
Right.
at all.
Yeah, exactly. So you're reaching over there. You're reaching the point where what I wanted to talk about today. Great. Fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing it.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Who else? So what is opening up for you? What are you discovering with regard to this trust and honor? Henry, you want to say something?
Yeah. I don't know how to relate it to this conversation, but something happened yesterday, and something very small. There is this lady who comes to our house. Normally, when she comes, I'm not there, but yesterday, since I was down with fever because of the vaccination, I was at home, and she came, and we've had an experience with this lady earlier about something missing in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever she comes, I get very irritated, and there's a lot of unexpressible because Esther entertains her, and I don't want to get into that space. So I kind of, because I'm not there, it's not a problem. But when I'm there, it's like yesterday it happened, and then suddenly I started thinking, why am I getting into this judgmental thing and feeling upset and angry within inside? And I just kind of released that, and I said, no, let it be. If she has done something wrong, it is she who should feel bad or whatever. Why am I holding on to all this? And I just let it go. And after that, I felt much better and more relieved. And I just let her be. And she spent whatever time she had to spend, and in an hour or something, she was gone. But I started feeling, that the moment I gave up that thing of judging that person, I felt much better. That was an experience, a very practical experience I had yesterday.
Beautiful. I mean, it's so wonderful. And one very interesting thing that comes out of this is also, it doesn't mean that you don't take your precautions.
Yeah.
So I keep telling people, if you keep money lying around that
Yeah.
people can steal it, then you are
Yeah.
actually, creating a situation
Yeah.
by keeping a temptation in front of them,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
If I
Correct.
keep money lying around and not keeping it secure,
Right.
and they succumb to that temptation, why did I
True.
leave that temptation for them in the first place?
Yeah. Correct.
That's something I realized years ago, that if I trust them to behave like human beings, right?
Yeah.
Human beings are likely to succumb to temptation, right?
True. True.
So better not to be in a position itself, where I might succumb to temptation, or
Yeah.
someone might succumb to temptation.
True.
And that would be honoring of myself and others also, no?
Yes.
Recognizing that I am a human, others also human, and
Yes. Yes.
beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing it, Henry.
Thank you. Yes.
My regards to Esther.
Yeah, I will.
Yes, Gautam, Badra.
Gautam Sahab is in Nepal, sir, by the way.
Yes,
I also saw the pictures.
yeah, I'm with my friend, and yesterday this experience is honor and trust. Sagar, when we came across in our MEC morning conversation meeting, I found yesterday a different Sagar. He's much composed, and he's so nice, and he's a so excellent person. And then we went to he introduced with his some of the associate, and who are in always thinking for the empowerment also. Not there's a Krishna Swami, there's some group, and they are enriching the people. However, I have trust Sagar, and I got the honor, and I also extend the honor. And yesterday it was a very good evening. I never forget in my life. It is one of the day in my life. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Congratulations.
Yeah.
But where is he today? He's missing.
He got honor that he flew away. Well, good to see some people back. KP, good to see you. Shakti, good to see you. We guys miss your presence, you know.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
I hope you're watching the videos and you are in sync with what we are doing.
Sure, sir. I didn't watch the past 2 sessions, sir. I will do it today, sir.
Yeah, okay. Because you're going to be missing something. All right, so that's wonderful. Very quick reminder for everybody that we come here for what? We come here so that we can have a life of ease and joy and glory. Isn't that something which we all desire? Now, we all desire to have ease, joy, and glory in our life. Yes or no? Everything else you are doing is to get this. If you are running after money, it is to get this. If you are running after a big house, etc., or a big car or whatever it is you are running after, you want a life of ease, joy, and glory. Why do you want to have money in your bank? So that you don't worry. And when you don't worry, you will have ease in your life, right? So we want ease, joy, and glory. And I want you to think that what all we are doing, which is actually you're doing, and it's not allowing ease, joy, and glory to come into your life. अपने पांव पर कुल्हाड़ी मारते रहते. How many things we do in our words, in our deeds, in our thinking, you know, that is not allowing this. I mean, is it necessary that with our formula we are running in our life, you know, we have a formula? Mother, this is how I should live my life. This is what I should do. Some people have got Chamchagiri formula. Some people have got Dadagiri formula. Everybody's got some formula or the other, right? What is formula? The way you have decided, I must live my life in this way. This is the strategy of my life. Otherwise, I will not get what I desire. So you're running that strategy. So for a moment, I want you to all think, what is your strategy that you keep running in your life? You know, that is what you call as my success formula, sir. That you know, I have to do like this only, then only I can be successful. Yes, Reddy Garu.
Sir, I strongly believe whatever I believe, I will commit myself. That's a success for myself.
Yeah, that's one of the things. That is what you believe and what you do. But the way you do what you do and everything behind, you know, there's something behind our actions now. Our actions are a part of a strategy which we have thought in our mind. So this is the part of what you're telling. Okay. So the question which I'm going to ask you now, where is it in your strategy that you should not, you know, bestow honor on people? This is not a question only to our friend Reddy Garu, because he does honor people. It's for everybody. Which part of your strategy says that I will not trust people? Which part of your strategy says that I'll be judging all the time myself and others? So have you noticed that we all want a life of ease and joy and glory, but the way we are going about living our life makes it difficult to have ease, joy, and glory. And if I ask you, why are you doing like that? You will say, but you know, I have to succeed. No, I have to fulfill my desire, no. I have to be safe, no. When you are operating from I have to be safe, what kind of mode is that? That's survival mode, no? I mean, nobody's going and saying you stand in front of somebody shooting a rifle. That we are not saying. So why do I not trust people? Because I want to be safe, sir. He might cheat me. Why do I not honor people? Sir, how can I honor everybody? They are useless people. How can I honor them? Well, why don't you honor yourself? Sir, if I honor myself, I'll become complacent, I'll think I will not improve in. So many reasons we'll have, no? May you tell me, whatever you're doing, ask yourself one question. Whatever automatic, things you're doing in your life every day, right? Is it making your life have more ease and joy and glory? If it is, then good. Yes, Henry.
I actually don't know where to start, but let me share this, that the strategy that I've learned over the years, as you know, that even my father is from the army and brought us up with an iron hand. So we have also been kind of conditioned to, or neurally programmed in a certain way until I met you 33 years back. And there were so many things I learned over a period of time. And I've chosen basically not to get angry or upset, although that has been very difficult, but I've been training myself because I've noticed that I've been seeing you for so many years, but I've never seen you angry actually, except for once when Manav and Gaurav were in a big fight when you came with the hanger and gave them 2 whacks and said, no, that's enough. And that's all. I remember that. But I also chosen to do that. And at the same time, like what you said, honor others. And in the process, you will get honor yourself. So that is my strategy, which I have been following. No doubt, sometimes you have to generate anger to be able to communicate in certain circumstances, but otherwise inside, I don't hold on to anything, or rather keep anything within me that it kind of makes me feel unhappy. So that is the strategy of my joy and happiness.
Wonderful. And that is allowing you to have a life of ease and joy, right?
That's right. That's right.
Thank you. Thank you very much for sharing it. Now, one very interesting aside, little side conversation is, have you noticed that people, there are some very smart and very manipulative people, right? They know that you would like them to honor you. Okay? So how do people honor you? By showing you approval. Shabas beta, you did a great job. I like you, you're a good guy. So they purposely withhold that. Okay, so all your life you are trying to run after them to seek and get their approval from them, Have you noticed that? And how people manipulate that? Henry knows one master in the art of doing that. He's built an empire on that by withholding his approval of people, and people will always try to come up to his, oh, I must impress, sir, say something good.
And then as soon as you have felt that you have done it, the goal will shift.
Yeah, now you've got to again do something to win the approval. You understand?
Yes, correct.
I don't blame people if they become little suspicious and, they are not willing to trust. It's difficult, right? They're using honor to manipulate you.
True.
So somewhere it's always in the unsaid, I will honor you provided you do this. I will honor you provided you do this. Right? And a lot of people do that. They know that you want to be honored. Okay? They know that you want to be trusted. And they'll always put a rider there, as a manipulative tool. If you do this, wives do it with their husbands all the time. You know that? You want approval from me, beta, you better listen to what I'm saying. Otherwise, I will withhold the, approval. So then you are like a doggy, wagging your tail all the time. Just to win that. So just note this, how important honor and trust is to people. Yes, Hasina ji.
I have a problem with my servant who is with us for last 20 years.
But 1 minute, madam, I have a problem with your phone, It is only showing me one zigzag pattern. I cannot see you.
Sir, I don't think I can put on.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
All
I'm
right.
sorry.
Today you are not in your best dress.
Yeah, that is what it is.
So say more about your servant.
Since she is with us for last 20 years, but all the time she lies. We all know she's lying for everything that she does. And she just gets away with it, and we have just tolerated her. Otherwise, she doesn't pick up things and she doesn't rob. But in her work, she's lying all the time. She breaks something, she says, "Maine to haath hi nahi lagaya hai." I don't know how to honor her. I really can't. I want to do it so that she feels that I do trust her, but it's not possible. I don't know how to handle this situation.
Yeah, it's okay. First of all, what's your problem if she lies? You know that she's lying, na?
Yes.
So what's your problem with it?
No, but then I can't honor her. That's what I'm trying to say.
So that means you're saying I cannot honor somebody who lies.
Yes.
Well, where is it written that you see honor is something you can bestow, no? Tell me, if you honored that person, would they need to lie? Why do people feel the need to lie?
To get away from the situation.
Well, you look back into your life. Have you not lied?
Yes, I have.
Right. So why did you feel the need to lie?
To get away from the situation.
Yeah. So what do you think would have happened if you told the truth?
I would have been in a soup.
Means what? They would put you in literally in a hot soup or what? What would happen? I might get punished, right?
Yes.
So why do you think your servant lies?
Just get out of that situation. To say that she hasn't done things.
Yeah, so that she doesn't get a scolding.
Yes.
Because that's the way, listen, you and I have been brought up in such a way, we were not encouraged to tell the truth. You know that? Though they'll keep saying, tell the truth, tell the truth. Themselves, they are very liars. When you look at your adults as a small child, you'll say, they're telling me don't lie. But they are lying all the time.
Right.
Have you seen that or not? That
Yes,
your
sir.
parents told you don't tell lies, but they are themselves telling lies. They want to take you for some wedding and all. They say, "Acha, chalo, I'll write a sick leave letter." You tell them you're not well.
Right.
The question is, if I honor someone, right, and I trust them, right, and they're safe with me, then would they feel the need to lie to me?
But when you know that she's lying, how can you say that you do trust her?
My question is, why would she lie to you? Because she's afraid of you, no?
Right.
So why should she be afraid of you? Somebody broke a glass worth 10 rupees, right? They feel the need to lie. We see our servants doing it all the time. So that's fine. People lie. So that's not honoring them because they lie. I would look at why would they need to lie to me? If my children are lying to me, that means they don't trust me. They don't honor me. They are afraid of me.
Right.
Right? So do I want people to be afraid of me?
No.
So then what is that we should be dealing with?
To honor them?
Yeah, and then hopefully they will start trusting you enough to tell you the truth ke madam ko bolega to naukri se nahi nikalega. Does it mean that they'll become lax? They might become even more careful after that, you know. कितनी अच्छी मैडम है, उनको गुस्सा क्यों दिलाना है?
Okay.
That is another possibility, isn't it? Now we've
Yeah.
been brought up that unless you castigate people and fire them, they'll not do things in the right manner.
Mhm.
I've seen the people, the formulas that they will fly off the handle, start yelling at the servants. So, I mean, does it make them tell the truth to them? Never. Even if they want to go on leave, they'll tell some lies on that, you know.
Right.
Mar gaya, ye mar gaya, no.
Right.
So if I'm so beautiful, thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
All right, so let's move on to something which I wanted to talk to you about. Now, every day we are bringing up something or the other. So what is it that we want? Ease, joy, and glory. Isn't that so? And how do we go about it? By shifting from the survival mode to a create mode, by dissipating the negativity that we pick up from people and circumstances, becoming possibility seekers rather than complainers, and then increase our focus and energy. In order to do all these things, we are talking various topics and we are giving you various tools. So day 4 yesterday and yesterday we talked about trust and we talked about honor. Today we will talk about something called allowance. Okay. So since we are using the word allowance, when you say, how can I trust somebody like this? Are you in allowance? So what is allowance? Acceptance without any judgment. It is the way it is. I honor them because they are God's creation. I bestow honor on them because they are God's creation. I trust them to be who they are. I trust them to be who they are. And if I can do that, then I can be in allowance also, no? What is allowance? It is the way it is. See, some of the examples where like Neeti shared and a couple of other people shared, by trusting and honoring, allowance became possible also. By stopping judgment, allowance became possible. So when you are in a state of allowance, what becomes possible? See, life is all about possibilities, na? The life में नए संभावनाएं खुलेंगे, नए actions होंगे, नई जिंदगी होगी. When you're in allowance, new possibilities will show up, new things will happen, new life will show up. Yes, Reddy Garu.
That's what I want to tell, sir. You yourself told me. New possibilities will show up in life if you are in allowance.
Yeah, beautiful. Now the question is, some people are afraid, no? They are so fear-driven. A lot of people are afraid, oh, new possibilities will show up. What will I do with it? That means I'll have to do something new. That means I'll have to disrupt my life. Have you noticed that, let's say that Vetrimal Shanmugam is there in Dubai and he's got this job, very familiar job. He knows very well the way things are going. He knows the market very well. Suddenly somebody comes and he offers him something so different, right? It's got nothing to do with his line of work. Completely different. And he knows somewhere in his instinct that, great possibilities are going to open up. Do you think he'll find it easy to make that choice?
Yeah, you'll find it difficult, sir. because it's not his regular.
Yeah, he'll find it very hard to, trust his own choice in that matter. Yeah, so what are the things that will stop? Now, a new possibility opened up already.
Yeah.
Is there waiting for you. Come, make use of me. But what will happen to the person? He will be hesitating. Yeah, going through the decision matrix,
Yeah.
No, my whole career, I've done this job. I'm an expert in this only. Right? The other day, I was talking to somebody who's missing for the last 2-3 days. Right? And exactly this conversation was happening. A good opportunity was coming, which would be of great use to them. It's God has given them perfect for that particular situation that they are dealing with. Right? But the person is hesitating to take it up because, but this is not my line. I'm from IT. Whether they take or not take, that's a different matter. See, have you noticed one thing, guys? You make use of the opportunities in front of you by making choices or not. Okay? So a lot of people, we are playing the safe road, all the time. And then because you don't want to change, life makes you change. Something dramatic happens, some tragedy happens, some problem happens, then you're forced to change. That time, whatever comes in front of you, you'll take it in desperation, right? That time you will not say, this is not my area, that is not my area, right? So hang on, Suresh. Priya had raised her hand first, so we will talk to her, then I'll come to you. Okay? But in the meantime, digest what I'm saying. Yes, Priya.
So I was saying, when we are in allowance, then it is easy to forgive and forget people or things or whatever things happened in the past.
Yeah. What else? Somebody else? When you're in allowance, what becomes possible? What Priya said becomes possible. When you're in allowance, honor becomes possible, trust becomes possible. What else becomes possible? So while we are waiting for people to activate their brains, we'll listen to Suresh Kumar.
A good relation is possible.
Good relationship also is possible. Like many relationships which have gone bad or you're struggling for many years with it, there's a possibility that it might become better, right? Wow. Suresh, imagine it's become better. How will it feel? Already he's got a smile on his face. Lovely it will be if it happens, Anna. Great. Thank you so much. Anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah, I mean, since you were talking about the, shifting profile or kind of thing, like, earlier I was into computer, software installation, troubleshooting kind of thing, all that. And once I have shifted to Hyderabad, I could not move further. And the situation made me to choose. I tried many options, but ultimately I have come. I mean, I lost every money, penny, everything, and what I found is only insurance kind of thing is a business where you don't have to invest monetary wise, only relation wise. So I chose this. I mean, situation made me to choose this, and I'm becoming. I have grown so far, and I'm still growing. And this profession actually made me, because I have to talk to them about possibilities and all wise things. So internally, I myself, while talking also, that some conversations, it made me better, to feel better when we are giving certain ideas or suggestions. So that's how this profession. I mean, now I am loving this profession.
Yeah, because you had the courage to step into a new profession, right? Firstly, you had choice.
Whether I mean, my thinking is whether I have the courage or not. But one thing, sir, I have learned not to lie with anyone and not to lose self-confidence.
Now you're done.
Sorry?
Now you're telling lie.
No, I have learned from, whatever is happening, accept the thing. These things I have learned from team and from you.
Yeah, but if you say that now I am not lying to anyone, that's a lie.
No, I'm lying, definitely.
So my
But
question would be now this thing which I'm talking about called allowance and honor and trust. If you have it, would you need to lie to anybody?
we don't have to lie to anyone.
Not necessary, no? You can tell the
Not
truth.
necessary. But to win the confidence, sometimes you have to tell small lies, which will not damage the relation or
But we'll
situation.
consider
Yeah.
whether that also is required or not. If
Yeah.
you're an allowance, maybe you don't have to lie.
Yeah, that is
You can
true.
test it out because
Yes.
you want to look at what happens to you when you lie.
Yeah, there, when I am lying, there is a judgment also involved in that.
About yourself also, no?
Yes, yes, yes.
Then you are losing honor for yourself, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, definitely.
मैं अपना ही आदर नहीं करेगा तो दूसरे को क्या ऑनर करेगा?
Yes.
See, and I'll tell you something, Suresh. You're a very good example of somebody who's leveraging his strengths in his life. See, your strength is कि तुम बहुत मीठी मीठी बातें करते हो. That is your strength. But have you noticed कि दुनिया में और भी मीठी मीठी बातें करने वाले लोग हैं?
बहुत है.
वो लोग इतना इंश्योरेंस में सक्सेस नहीं है जितना तुम है. There is something else also there, no?
Yeah, there may be something else. Yes.
Yeah, there is a lot which I cannot tell you in this call. Otherwise, you might become so swollen you will explode, right? ज़्यादा तारीफ करेगी ना तुम out of control हो जाए. But the thing is, when all that is there, you should be honoring yourself more, right? Why would you need to lie to anybody? So think about it. What is the need for me to lie to anybody?
Yes, I will think.
And because I'm telling you something, the biggest thing you can do to yourself every day is honor yourself more and more. I believe that if you don't honor yourself, then you feel the need to lie. नहीं तो क्या है, मेरे को किसका डर है? अगर आप अपने आप को ऑनर करते हैं तो आपको किसी का डर है?
किसी से डर नहीं.
कुछ चला जाएगा, बिजनेस नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसा क्यों होगा? So think about it. Thank you so much for sharing, Suresh, and congratulations to you. You should know that you are a great success story. If I write a book about success stories, I'll put your name in it for sure.
Thank you.
All right, so let's look a little bit more into what will it take for you to be in allowance. Simple. If you relate with every situation without judgment. So somebody says, how do I do that? Every time a judgment comes up in your mind, you simply say, oh, that's very interesting point of view I've got. Yes, the moment you see that your judgment is not the truth, it is only your point of view, that's it. Then you can be in allowance. The last couple of days, what we are saying, you actually start practicing it, magic will show up in your life. Just imagine there are people who are in really hard times in their life, okay? Financially, emotionally, everything. Okay? And comes this great opportunity in front of them. How many people will step into it? They'll say, nahi, nahi, mere paas to paise nahi hai. How can I do this? Somebody will say, okay, nahi hai to loan le lo. But you don't trust yourself. Huh? How will I make sure that I pay this loan? How do I make sure that this business is successful? See, because we are not trusting and we are doubting, because we are not honoring, somebody says, he said, listen, you do this. This will open the doors to total abundance in your life. somewhere you say, believe also, yeah, maybe it's true, but I can't do it. Why can't you do it? Because this, because that, because that. How many limitations we put in our own way because we are not able to honor, trust, or be in allowance. Okay. Otherwise, like I have a friend here today, he's come back after many days. If he was having trust on himself, he would be a millionaire today. And he would have 1,000 people working under him in his company. Right? But because he cannot honor himself, he cannot trust himself, he will do naukri. He will be a paid slave in a nice air-conditioned office. There are slaves. The old days slaves were in chains, and struggling in the sun. Now we are corporate slaves. They'll give us enough money so that you have to come back next month. Because you've got to pay your EMI and all that. You know it. You have the ability to earn millions for somebody, but you don't trust yourself that I can earn this for myself also if I want to. Where does that come from? Yeah. Then somebody will rationalize by saying, sir, but I am a risk-averse person. Yeah, but why are you risk-averse? No, sir, one has to be safe. No, whatever I got, that also I lose. No. Hello, if you die tomorrow, you lose everything. No. If there's a global meltdown and your company shuts down, then what will you do? I mean, if you're so security conscious, anything can happen. No? So you want to look at what are the implications of not having honor, trust, and allowance in your life. Are you beginning to see what I'm saying? How many opportunities, how many possibilities we are cutting out? You forget about having allowance and trust for others. You don't even trust yourself and your abilities. The world may recognize you as a genius in your field, right? They are willing to pay you huge sums of money. Come and here, do this for me, do that for me. But you don't trust that yourself. And this applies to a lot of us over here. We are holding back in life because we are not able to trust our own abilities. We are not able to honor ourselves. We are not able to trust that, hello, the Almighty will take care of me. If I'm committed, I want to take actions. There are people in my life who will come and support me. I don't trust that. Yes, Kunain Saab.
Thank you, sir. Also, sir, just to add on, this will help me to live my life in the present, in now, more often than being past and future. So this is going to be quite helpful indeed.
Yeah, so now I want to ask you this question. You are very, very committed to being in the present, and one should be also. But being in the present, for what? See, if I'm in the present, I'm making use 100% of the present moment. Agreed? Yeah? But being present is not the end, it is the means, right? Being present allows me to live my life 100%. Correct?
Yes,
Being
sir.
present allows me to take maximum from that experience that I'm experiencing. All that is fine. But is that the end? मतलब लक्ष्य है क्या आपका?
So this will open up new possibilities.
Yeah, so the lakshya is what? Opening up new possibilities.
Right, sir.
Yeah, so thanks, so that people are more clear that when you have trust and honor and allowance and a couple of other things which we'll talk about tomorrow and day after, when you have them, it allows you to be more present for sure, because you're not wasting your time in judging. When you're not wasting your time in judging, you are not reacting so much, you are not resisting, again wasting time in resisting. Energy also gets wasted in resisting. We get, we digress from our path. You get distracted from your goal when you're resisting.
Yeah. A quick question, sir. When we are in the allowance, we take the situation as it is. But sometime, as a senior in company or in the family, we need to give some guidance, some discipline to get the things better.
Yeah, okay, so you do that. But the way you do it might become slightly different, and the way they respond to you will be very different. See, to be in allowance, you don't judge. Am I right? Can you be in allowance if you are judging? No. And I'm telling you, a lot of resistance that you face from people in your life is because you are judging them. तुम ऐसे करते हो, वो गलत हो, तुम गलत हो. Suppose you leave that सही गलत business and you say, then the way you relate with them will be quite different, isn't it? You are not going to resist what they do. You will not be always running after them with a stick to correct them, right? You may gently take them in the direction where you wish to take them, right? Because if you get wholehearted cooperation from them, is better than you trying to impose something on them, isn't it?
Yep, right, sir. Got it.
बात मानता हूँ उसमें ज्यादा दम है ना.
Yes.
मैं दिल से उसकी बात मानूंगा जो मुझे आदर देता है, मुझे जो इज्जत बख्शता है.
अच्छा एक्चुअली क्या मेरी वाइफ.
Yes. Somebody wanted to say something?
Arvind Seth wanted to
Yes, Arvind ji, boliye. I think he accidentally unmuted his microphone. Or he accidentally muted it when he was talking. One of the two
Sir,
things.
happy morning. Sorry, yeah, it might be accidental, but I'm listening to the conversation and enjoying a lot. Thank you.
Achha, I thought you wanted to share something. Okay.
That was accidental, yes, sure.
All right. So that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to think about what we talked and see how your life is now going to show up for you when you are conscious of it. Honor, trust, allowance. Okay? So you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful life, and see you tomorrow morning for another empowering morning conversation. God bless you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Stay safe. Stay
Thank you,
blessed.
sir. Bye.
God bless everyone.